The beautiful weather here in Tampa, Florida, and thank you so much to our friends at Showtime for putting this bad boy on today. Right here, ladies and gentlemen, a 28-year-old from Lodi, California. He is a veteran of 17 MMA fights, including UFC and Bellator appearances. He'll be stepping in for his second career pro boxing showdown Saturday night as he takes on Anthony Taylor in an 8-round bout. Tampa, Florida, please welcome to the stage, Chris Avila.
Being on some chill shit. We go 0 to 100 real quick. Baby on that rapid pay the bill, bitch. Now I'm feeling shit, not even a little bit. Oh Lord, know yourself, know your work. My ex is getting a lot of them words. I just don't have a step so none I heard. One do it, niggas do it on the turf. Oh Lord, I'm the rookie in the vet. Shout out to the bitches that I ain't holding down the set. All up in my phone, looking at pictures from the other night. She gon' be upset if she keep scrolling to the left, dog. She gon' see she don't wanna see. She ain't ready for it. If I ain't the greatest, then I'm headed for it. Yeah, that mean I'm way up. Yeah, the 6 is friendly, but it's where I lay up. Them up, the layup. I been Steph Curry with the shot. Been cooking with the sauce. Chef Curry with the pop. What? 360 with the wrist. What? Take it. I just looked at my wrist, I got time today. Get them crossing the line today. The hate be so real.
Hey, let's go, Chris!
Don't go against me, they ask for my help. Go get out your feelings and get it yourself. I got the same shoes, but you ain't gon' step. Did you just put out, you could've killed. Yo, he got a shirt. Why? You can't compete when you can't compare. She ain't the through my underwear. Got up and got herself out of there. I see they put me on memes and things. Don't speak on my life without knowing the real. Ain't figures a year when it cost me to live. Don't hold it, just say what you feel. But watch your mouth before I flash you. Work to a place that you didn't know exists. Mediterranean water, my wrist. Keep it on piss, how I'm talking about. 6 feet of check for a show, man, I'm lit. Let's celebrate on my bag with cheese. With people with them on the week. Didn't know who did it, got his body heat. I don't like it, so I don't like nobody. We can keep blanket, we can keep it cordial, how you wanna go back. I don't backtrack, man. I don't miss nobody. Left it on scene, I ain't right back. I don't trust nobody. I just looked at my wrist, I got time today.
Chris is representing the Fight Club in Stockton, California. Avila is a stablemate of MMA legends, the Diaz brothers, Nate and Nick, competing in a non-televised attraction for those inside Amalie Arena. He, of course, facing Anthony Taylor, who lost to a decision to Tommy Fury on the first Paul versus Woodley PPV undercard again. You guys can check it out this Saturday, Showtime.com/pay-per-view. You hopefully are checking in somewhere globally today. Showtime Sports YouTube channel and the Jake Paul YouTube channel, as we are here live, Tampa, Florida, at the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino.
Left it on scene, I ain't right back. I don't trust nobody. I just looked at my wrist, I got time today. Get them crossing the line today.
they stay there, and they stay there, and they stay there.
Working in my no-no, head on the swivel, you know serving me's a no-no. Clean as a whistle as I pull out in my Rolls Royce. Telephone passage, girls singing, they say, oh boy. Jeff Kelly backing up my call me loco. That's the on traffic, you know that you pull up. Extra with the snapping it, represent that bloodline. Dirty money, you better get your hood right. We come together, hold it in the other bloodline. We all strapping all black, it's like you ride the wood, we ride the night. And she ride with me, cause she wasn't proud. All I do is win, no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never give up. Every time I walk in the building, everybody let go. And they stay there,
Now, Avila most recently won his 2 last MMA fights by knockout, with victories coming back in April and July of this year. And once again, just released today, Paul vs. Woodley 2 will be the highest grossing and highest attended combat sporting event in Avila Arena history on Saturday. Pretty remarkable accomplishment for these fighters to be on the global spectrum this Saturday. Pay-per-view, gonna be amazing.
The flow is so ice cold. Walking to the Gucci store, honey, I am home. I am on my shit, I need a pepper on it. Toilet paper on the side for a Tampa on it. I get money. I know you ain't heard no shit like this. Why you wishing on that baller stuff? I'm in a foreign car, smoking out with the door on top. Sway the sunroof, hanging out the big top. We need a dealership, head down, I got thousands high. That's that salad dressing. I'm on my back with style. I get so much money. If my hobby don't try me, and if I don't do nothing, I'm a dog. And they ain't got this I'm counting all day. I know the
Someone else who survived the podcast dinner. I think it's just me and you. I tested twice. I think it's just me and you last Thursday night. Everybody just got a message from Mitch. You know, Mitch just started out signing up my team. Why? Luke? Did he get out? Got nervous. He wanted to get checked or what? And I kept checking the antibody levels, they were going up and down. Good, Stephen. I kept checking my antibody levels going up and down, so I assumed I had multiple exposures. My antibodies go up from a number. 3 months later, they go up from where they were 3 months before. I assumed I had exposure. It was a problem with
yeah, and I'll be right here in my spot with a little more cash than I already got. Cause no, because you had your shot. With my skin tan and my hair long, my fast is still so patient. Me and 40 back to work, oh, we still smell like a vacation. Hate your rumors, hate the bush, hate these fucking allegations. I've been feeling like the bonus, but I take it. All I care about is money in the city that I'm from. until I feel it. I'm secret till it's done now. And I'm only getting over. Somebody should have told you I'm on one. Yeah, I said I'm on one. I'm on one. Two white cups that I got that drink.
All right, how about a round of applause for Chris Avila here today at the Serrano Hard Rock Hotel Casino. Hello, Chris. Thank you for being here, man. Tampa Bay welcomes you. Let's get right into it, man. What does it mean to you to represent Stockton in the fight pride that you know have been a part of for so long with the Diaz brothers?
A nature boy.
Wheeling, dealing.
The whole family in the house. All right, no doubt. What do you take from the first fight, Chris? You know, against Taylor that you could use in this boxing rematch?
I remember to see you. Anyway, convert to.
You ready to do it? All right, man. Ladies and gentlemen, how about another round of applause? Chris Avila here today for our open workouts. Leave no doubt, we are here live, Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, Tampa, Florida. Next boxer coming up. This one's a biggie, so stick by.
Go ahead, guys. Go ahead, Chris.
All right, honestly, I got to ask, did you see the fight that Anthony Taylor was in? What was your thoughts on his performance?
What was that?
On Anthony Taylor's performance against Tommy Fury, what was your thoughts? Did you see that fight?
Yeah, I watched it. I didn't think neither of them did anything great. So, yeah, I'm ready to counter off all that.
Ultimately, going into the boxing match, what assets are you going to bring that? Something that he may not haven't seen before. He sparred Jake Paul. He said that he was able to, handle bigger guys, more ferocious guys. That's his opinion.
Well, the difference is between all that and them, I'm a real boxer, so I'm here to showcase that on Saturday.
And then just seeing Nate's here and just kind of your relationship with him overall.
Yeah, that's my teammate, that's my friend. Yeah, he's here to support me, just like I always support him and the rest of the team. We all got each other's back. So, yeah, we're riding out here.
You guys box, in preparation of your boxing matches and things? You guys
we're real martial artists, so we do every art. Boxing, jiu-jitsu, any art you can think of. Taekwondo. Shout out to my dude, Ernie Reyes.
And then ultimately you get past Anthony Taylor, is your goal to face like Jake Paul or Tommy Fury who pulled out? Or?
Yeah, I'm not looking past him, but I'm gonna go out there, get the job done on him, and then I'm looking to get a good boxing fight afterwards. Either it's Tommy or Jake, or I want a real fighter.
What about Woodley? You think Woodley can pull off the win in the rematch?
I'm sure. I'm sure anybody can. I'm sure he could do whatever. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
First, this battle went off. I know you just mentioned you want to get a real fight out of this. So the boxing and the MMA is going to be two things you're going to do now, or just...
Yeah, for right now I'm doing boxing. So, yeah, first things first is Anthony Taylor on Saturday. So I'm going to handle business on Saturday, and then after that, plan on sticking around the ring.
We've seen a lot of MMA guys come into the ring and they have like MMA tendencies. How did you get away from those tendencies and adapt to boxing?
I'm actually a real boxer, so I don't know any of those tendencies really. So we're gonna have to see, you know what I'm saying? Saturday should be exciting.
Chris, he's been talking a lot. That's not your style, but what do you make of stuff that he's been saying?
I don't know what he's been saying.
Not paying attention.
Not paying attention to him at all. Just focused on what I gotta do.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm not paying no attention.
I see this fight going.
I see it going my way. Anyway, we're gonna go in there and I'm gonna see.
You think boxing more in your future than MMA, or maybe a little more?
I think so. You know, that's good.
Chris, I'll just grab you a couple of minutes on my own, is that okay? Andy Paro, Boxing Social in association with Betfred, local joined by Chris Avila here in Tampa Bay. Chris, how are you?
Good, I'm good.
Obviously, we've just had the open workout. You're keeping things kind of close to your chest, not giving much away. How are you feeling ahead of Saturday night?
I'm feeling good. Good to be here too.
You want to go get JJ?
Working night shift, but I'm making music, it's working night shift. Young, but I'm getting every single moment. Take a hold, you got it all. Niggas sold, my heart is cold. It's right from the soul.
For all y'all that didn't know, Darren owns the Fortis MMA gym in his native Dallas, Texas for years, where he has been able to hone on his striking skills. He has had a successful background also in wrestling. He's won 2 state titles in his youth. And of course, like I mentioned earlier, former star Illinois 05-06 National Championship team. 3rd overall draft pick by the Utah Jazz back in 2005.
Working night shift. Yeah, working night shift. Young, but I'm making music, it's working night shift. Working night shift. Here we go.
Ain't too many get back with us. Straight up, no angels, label us notorious. That love us, the strength to us, yeah. We scramble it, gathering, I press profit, mandolins and violins. We just sitting here trying to win, trying not to sin. How when you oxygen, so much smoking oxygen. Suddenly come to Benjamin, you get this shit too. If you knew what this game would do to you, then this shit is like a two. The Lord of all is out of the so don't be what you know who. If you be my father too, and I do like me, I'm like my bitch. Not me, but it's done quick. Me and my dogs love about this. The love this shit lame. No afterwards, quick control. It's your game, confidence, bitch. Grab your right on your grips. It's your game, confidence, bitch. Grab your right on your grips. It's the right one. That's the right one. It's the right one. It's the right one. It's your game, confidence, bitch. Grab your right on your grips. It's your game, grab your right on your grips. It's the right one.
Nate Diaz. I understand.
like a wrestler, yes sir. Keep the heck of the close, you know the smoke is a texture, but like 52 cars went out, approved it now. 52 bars come out, now you feel them now. 52 cars roll out, remove cylinder case. 52 bars come out, now you chillin' with a boss.
You're going to see history on Saturday in the arena. Two-sided NBA All-Star taking on a NFL All-Star. Darren, of course, through his 12 Utah Jazz, Brooklyn Nets, Dallas Mavericks, Cleveland Cavaliers, taking on the third best running back in NFL history. Man, it is going to be an epic, epic fight on Saturday.
Turn up your shoulder.
That's the fight I really want to see. This is the interview I got to get. Between me and you. Instead of being women.
They try to call me with a kiss, but you know I had to say it. I was thinking like, oh, I know I can hold it up to it. Yeah, I can get it.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen, Darren Williams. Come on over, Darren. Let's chit chat for a minute, man. Let's catch your breath for just a hot second. How are you today, sir? Good. Good to see you here, man. So this is pretty remarkable. Obviously, the big hype, surrounding you and Frank Gore. You and I were chit chatting over there, talking about the height difference. How is that to, box somebody who's shorter than you? How does that play into your preparation?
I had my favorite partner, used to it, so, I'm used to sparring guys a little bit, more my size, so this camp. And so I had a little bit of an adjustment, but I think I'm used to it right now.
So obviously, you've had a lot of success in sports in your career, NBA, obviously Olympics. What made you want to jump into the boxing world and start, trying to compete in this realm?
Chance. It's kind of one of those bucket list things that I always want to do. I've always been a fan.
Yeah, I was in his wedding. Yeah, he's my best friend. 35 years.
I grew up a wrestler.
It was an accident.
Something I always had a fantasy about. In reality, I got the opportunity, so I want to jump on it.
Pretty remarkable stuff. Obviously, the trash talk between NFL, NBA, does that add a little bit of fuel to you to represent for the NBA nation?
Of course, my brotherhood, I know a lot of them are probably going to be waiting on me. They're going to be talking some crap, so yeah, definitely.
You heard it here, ladies and gentlemen. How about another round of applause? Darren Williams, the legend, Saturday pay-per-view. You guys know the deal. Showtime Boxing/pay-per-view. Make sure you get the fight. It is the global sensation on Saturday. Again, the biggest combat sport event in the history of the arena here in Tampa, Florida, and it's going to be remarkable. Super excited. More boxers coming up in just a few. Stick around, grab a beverage. You're live at the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino.
What's that? want to go back and have a call later. We need help.
Although, wait, no, he has the green screen though, so you can do it after that.
Gotta take out the green screen. Well, I'm gonna lose him.
It's okay. All right.
Go ahead, guys. Whoever's ready.
How you feel, man? Boxing world? Does it feel real? Does it feel like you're in it?
Different, yeah. I mean, I've been trying to stay kind of just even keel. I got a good fight team that I train with. We got guys and women fighting the UFC, fighting other promotions all over the world. So I've been able to lean on them and, you know, kind of pick their brain about what this week, what this camp is going to be like. And I've actually been sparring partners for some of our guys for their events. So, you know, I've cornered our guys, and so I have a little insight into this world and how things are going to go. Maybe not to this magnitude, but, you know, I feel like that's helped me.
Who have you sparred with at Fortis?
Who have I sparred with?
Yeah, any UFC guys?
Yeah, a bunch of them. Yeah, Ryan Spann, Kennedy Nzechukwu, Jeff Neal, I mean, Charles Bird, a lot of them.
This guy's no joke.
No.
Good.
No.
So you got that experience already. You probably feel
yeah. Yeah, I needed a little smaller in stature, you know, guys for this camp.
How long have you actually been training in like martial arts and boxing?
Probably the last, you know, 5 years pretty seriously. Before that, you know, it was just kind of.
Have you thought about boxing in the ring before?
What's that?
Have you thought about boxing professionally before?
Not really. No, it wasn't really a thing, you know. I always wanted to fight. You know, I wanted to do an MMA fight at some point. As I got older, it got a little harder to train for and get ready for without getting hurt with all the grappling, and there's so much more that goes into, you know, training in MMA where you feel like you're more likely to get hurt. And so once, you know, this stuff started going on, you know, celebrities started boxing, and I saw Nate Robinson do it, then I saw, you know, Ocho Cinco and these guys, and I was like, shoot. If I ever had the opportunity, I don't think I could turn that down. I would turn it down, and I got the opportunity.
Do you see this as kind of like
Are you considering this a one?
Yeah, I mean, this is just a box I wanted to check, you know. So, you know, December 18th, I'm probably going to consider myself a retired boxer.
If it goes well, do you think you'll fight again?
You know, you never know. But, you know, my mindset going in is just this fight.
You've been in a lot of big spots. You played in finals, conference finals, played All-Star games, Olympics. Would you say this is probably the most nervous you've ever been?
Honestly, I'm not nervous yet, you know, and I'm sure it'll probably change closer to the fight. You know, I think it's more uncomfortable, you know, just the whole process of, you know, this being an individual sport opposed to, you know, a team sport, and the training is so much different. You know, getting punched in your face every day is a little different than I'm used to, but, you know, I've enjoyed the process.
So you don't see this as like a second career or anything like that?
Fuck no.
One and done, maybe.
Listen, I'm not out here saying I'm a boxer. You ain't never gonna hear me say that. Yeah. So I know what these guys have been training since they were kids. This is what they do. You know, that's like one of them going and saying they want to shop for NBA. Right. It's just not like I'm realistic.
It's fine.
But what if you might get
just
the
get
bug,
this
you know, you might
right?
want to, you know.
I'm 37 though. It's a little different.
You can just grab that.
I retired so I can spend more time with my kids, not take up a second career that's going to take away from my kids.
Hey, Darren, what's the biggest thing you learned about the process of preparing for a professional boxing match?
What's the biggest
thing that you learned so far in the preparation for a boxing match?
How much mentally goes into it? You know, it's a lot of it's mental, man. There's just days where you just don't feel like getting hit. You don't feel like training. You don't feel like doing that extra conditioning because it's by yourself. You know, it's not. I don't have anybody to help. I can't call timeout. I can't, you know, and so getting through that mental aspect, I think, is the biggest thing.
Darren, what made you turn to boxing? Because we've seen a lot of people, whether it be NBA, NFL, what have you, other sports coming into the boxing world. Why for you?
It looked like it'd be fun, you know. So I thought I'd try it.
Last one, guys.
What's more motivating, Jeff Neal's win or Saif Sayud's speech to Jeff Neal?
It was a combination, man, because without that speech, who knows what happens. So, but I was definitely happy for Jeff, man. He's been working his ass off. Happy to see him get back in the win column and get his first, win against a ranked opponent. So it was really satisfying to see for him.
If you
All right, thanks, Dan.
you want to avenge your fellow NBA veteran Nate Robinson, maybe fight Jake Paul?
Well, we'll see. Like I said, this is you asked me if it was a one-time deal. I said yes, and now you still ask me if I'm going to fight again.
But Darren, I know that you're obviously you're boxing this Saturday, but if I'm not mistaken, you're really into MMA.
Yeah.
Like, do you see yourself, trying to check that box off?
No. It's just hard. There's no promotions that are doing it, and like I said, it's just so easy to get hurt, man. I don't think I can make it through a camp for MMA.
We got to get him on the stream, guys. Thank you. Appreciate it.
YouTube channel, Jake Paul, YouTube channel, globally, for Showtime pay-per-views where you can pick up the fight anywhere in the world this Saturday, and it is going to be an amazing event right here in our own backyard, Tampa Bay, Tampa, Florida. We're so excited to be hosting this event here today. The Seminole Hard Rock Hotel in Casino.
What up, baby? What's good? My God.
Let's talk about it. How excited you to be back?
Man, it's dope, man. I get to come back, do what I do best, is boxing. I got a bunch of skill. Can't wait to, go out here and show the world what I got.
What you know about your opponent?
He's been in the game for a while, man. Been in there, actually fought for a world title, WBA. So, I'm sure, you got to remember, in stages like this with a name, you can beat a guy like me, and boom, your career can plateau. So you got to know what this means for him. Obviously, I want to win and go out there and give my best performance, but this guy can actually rocket ship out of here, with a career and actually be on this platform. So, you can't look past this guy.
With a win over your opponent, what's your next goal, or not looking past him, but just it's another title shot?
We're gonna continue to ride the road. You know what I mean? Like I said, I was just teaching the sport before getting back into it. So, I never really left too far away from it. But I'm here now. We in great shape. You know what I mean? We ready to go out here and perform. And we're going to just do one fight at a time, man. We get past this and we'll look for the future.
I have to ask, because this kind of all started with the phrase, what do you know about them boxing gloves?
What you know about these, champ?
Yep, and then, you're on the card.
Yeah.
Obviously you're picking Jake to, beat Tyron.
Yeah.
Beat your opponent. Would you fight Woodley?
Would I fight Woodley?
Just because you started this whole thing in the locker room. And
Yeah. I'm down for whatever, man. You know what I mean? Boxing is what I do naturally, And, I'm going to let Jake go out there and perform and do what he do best. Whatever the future holds, it holds, and I'll be ready for it,
Jake stops him?
Does Jake stop him? Jake has the ability to do whatever. Stop him, victory, however it's going to come, he's going to be victorious. Yeah.
You worked really closely with Jake all throughout his whole career.
Yeah.
But since you're fighting, have you been able to work as closely with him, or are you both keep trying to focus on yourself for this camp?
We work side by side. You know what I mean? I'm able to give him a lot of insight and show him. He can physically see with his eyes. So, the best teacher sometimes is watching. And so he's able to see. I can tell him all day long, and the coaches around can tell him all day long. But it's all about what you can see and what you grab from your eyes. And I feel like he's learning just as much as me being there physically telling him versus watching too.
I know you normally fought at 168.
Yeah.
Jake fights at about 190, something like that. Have you ever got a chance to spar him? And if so, kind of how did those sparring sessions go?
Oh no, Jake is a very talented kid, and we sparred quite a few times. And it's always good work, man. Always good work.
Would you say that, from the first time you sparred him, obviously you were probably really getting the better of him? Like, how would you say his progression has been, like, in those sparring sessions, like, throughout the year?
The progression is night and day. I say Jake is in a different chapter right now. You know what I mean? So, come December 18th, like I said, you'll see everything you need, whatever questions you got, he'll be able to answer in his performance.
Gotcha. Thank you. Appreciate it.
How about? Yeah.
boxing.
Yeah.
What had you seen that he changed going into the second fight?
I mean, he's sharpening his tools up. You know what I mean? He's been sharpening his tools up, and his continuous work ethic. You know what I mean? He doesn't take a victory and go off and do what a lot of us done is, which is go out, party, turn up, vacation. He's right back in the gym. You know what I mean? So it's not enough for him yet. You know what I mean? So he's still just keeping the ball going.
And what was going through his mind when Tommy Fury pulled out? I know he's been really wanting to get that fight.
Yeah.
It happened. As a boxer, what advice would you give him when an opponent pulls out?
It don't change. It's still, the objective is to win. You know what I mean? It don't matter who's there in front of you. You know what I mean? The objective is to win. Go out there, put on a performance for the people, show out, display your talent. It don't matter who it is. It could be John Brown, Tommy Hilfiger, Tommy Fury. It don't matter. It don't matter. We still got an objective to win.
What's the prediction for your fight?
Man, I'm going to just go out there and do what I do, man. I'm going to have fun. You know what I mean? I'm not putting nothing on myself. I'm going out there to perform, be sharp, and display my talent the best way I can. And with that right there, I feel like I'll be able to do whatever it is I want to do. Yeah, you already know.
Get a few minutes on my own, please.
Yeah, how you doing, bro?
Good, how are you? So short in association with Betfred, delighted to be joined by Jay and Love here about open workout in Tampa. Jay, how are you?
Great, man. Blessed to be here.
You're making your ring return on Saturday night. How excited are you to get back out there?
Man, it's a great feeling, man. I missed it so much. You know what I mean? So here it is, December 18th. I'm back.
Well, talk about your opponent first and foremost. Do you know much about him?
Yeah. Marcus Oliveira, he's been around for a long time, 28, 4 or 5, something like that. Fought for a WBA title in the past. And, he's been around. These are guys you can't look past. You know, they may pop up, give you the fight of your life. You know, you never know, so you take everybody serious.
For you coming back now, what should everybody expect to see from you? What type of performance, what type of statement do you want to make on Saturday?
We just going to come out and have fun. You know what I mean? I feel like me having fun, my talent, what I know how to do best, will woo and eye everybody else for the time.
You said your talent, you said you do what you know what to do best.
Yes.
Beyond Saturday, if you're successful and everything goes to plan, what is next? Have you thought about what you'd like to achieve, what you'd like to do?
You know, I just want to tell you one fight at a time, man. You know what I mean? Like I said, it's almost been 4 years since I fought. So, I'm going to tell you one fight at a time. And, that's it. Get better and better in the gym. Get better and better conditioning. Get better and better every way I can. Fight one fight at a time.
Well, there'll be people wondering if ring rust will play a factor for yourself. How have you felt through camp?
Oh, no ring rust. No, I've been doing this my whole life, man. Ain't no ring rust, so we're going to do what we do, man. It's good. Tune in.
Also, want to get your thoughts on, obviously, Jake, somebody you were very close with, you're in his camp. How's he been looking?
You'll see December 18th. I won't say too much. Let him go ahead. His time is coming. Y'all be able to see a Jake Paul. And any questions y'all have about him will be answered December 18th.
How much more of a different performance do you think we'll see from Jake in this fight with Tyron compared to the first one?
Yeah, I think y'all gonna be pleased. I think y'all gonna be pleased greatly.
He has spoken openly about wanting to stop him.
Yeah.
Do you think we will see that this time around? Do you think we'll see more of it?
It can definitely be done. It can definitely be done. And I'm with him on that. I think he can do it. Yeah.
Jay, also want to get your thoughts on Tommy Fury pulling out the fight. There was a heated rivalry building between Jake and Tommy. What did you make when you saw Tommy had pulled out?
It sucks. It definitely is. Everybody wanted to see Jake perform against a boxer, and this was the boxer. So it sucks it didn't get to happen, but at the end of the day, man, it's part of the game. The objective doesn't change. The win is this, so it doesn't matter who's in front of you.
Final one, do you think we will see Jake and Tommy meet further down the line? Or?
Maybe. Depends. We'll see. Don't get sick. Don't hurt your ribs. You know what I mean? We'll see.
Jay, thank you.
No doubt, bro.
Hey, how you doing? Beat these 80 fights in 3 weeks. Yeah, that's right. That might have been the last time we saw you in the volume. I think so. Oh, yeah. fight coming up this Saturday, you know, what do you expect, you know, for this one?
Just to go out there and perform and be at my best. That's it. That's all I can do.
So Jay Leon's not doing green screen today either?
He's not on the telecast.
So yeah, hopefully my guy shows up. Show out.
All right, thank you, man. We're gonna put you on the live stream, the Showtime stream. Yep. You can come out this way.
Which will be opening the fight at the arena on Saturday night.
Did it right now? Yeah, you can do it right now. Yeah. Let me add you down for this one.
Who are you talking to? Emily's already. I mean, Frank doesn't have to issues in terms of timing. Frank's good on timing. Yeah, we'll be able to bring him down.
Are you able to grab him just in time? Because I gotta go with Darren.
Okay. I don't want him standing there. I mean, he just started.
I know. I think it's a big group, so I'll kind of.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
We're not going to be ready for him for another 8 minutes.
All right, just call Lance. He knows.
Yes. And then you got to set up this Zoom and see Sam's office. I mean, Frank's office. Send it to you link. Good.
Yeah.
You try to get him inside. Been done before.
Face
I got something to say to the pigs. Yeah, I just got an M for a kid. Yeah, I just wrote an M on my kids. Yeah, cars on the top, we get to see it. You run out on beat. Leave me. Crushed up, we can see it. Girls in the face, crushed up, I can see it. Face crushed up, I see it. I'm with the gang, and it's gonna be a robbery. So cut the chain. I'm a killer, girl, I'm sorry, but I can't change. We ain't aiming for your body, shots at your brain. We come from poverty, man, we ain't have a thing. There's a lot of animosity, but they won't say my name. Some killers rock with me, let me don't get banged. Cause they'll do that job for you while I hop on the plane. She don't like her body, left the doctor with a new shade. Blowing up my phone, cause she just see me with my new babe. Heartbreaker ladies love me like I'm 2J. She was trying to cling on to it, but it's too late. Went up like a trade like to my suitcase, and now she's $6 and these bands got a blue face. Diamonds in the room, they ain't HD like a Blu-ray. The way that I'm inspired should make it cover 2K. So I'm for the summer, I might pull up in a new wave. This is in this game, that's gonna only get the crew chase. They calm me down, better tighten up the shoelace. Look over here, I'm person at the crew spray. We pop out at your party. I'm with the gang, and it's gonna be a ride. So cut the chain. I'm a killer, girl, I'm sorry, but I can't change. We ain't aiming for your body, shots at your brain. We come from poverty, man, we ain't have a thing. There's a lot of animosity, but they won't say my name. Them killers rock with me, look, don't get banged. Cause they'll do that job for me while I hop on the plane.
If I smoke you on my charges, you won't look at me the same. Recent pushes in my life, I wish I never had to make. Watch my brother see them die, and I just see them backstage. Got that on my side, and I just roll the pattern six. Put my hands can do the job, and I ain't talking. I was in the United States, cause I had a back big. I risk my life for this, I ain't forgotten, let me pass it. Tomorrow, spin the block, just know we coming back today. I hope Paro, he come down, and we get in the fast.
I'm with the gang, and it's gonna be a robbery. So cut the chain. I'm a killer, girl, I'm sorry, but I can't change. We ain't aiming for your body, shots at your brain. We come from poverty, man, we ain't have a thing. There's a lot of animosity, but they won't say my name. Them killers rock with me, look, don't get banged. Cause they'll do that job for me while I'm playing.
All right, Liam Paro, come on over here, man. Ladies and gentlemen, how about another round of applause? Liam Paro, undefeated right here, ladies and gents, going up Saturday evening. Liam, welcome to Tampa, Florida. We're excited to have you. How does it feel to be making your U.S. debut here in one of the biggest events, combat sport events ever in Tampa, Florida?
It's what dreams are made of, you know. I'm super excited. Run the Australian flag high. Just in Cambodia to it last weekend, so just going to follow in the footsteps and do it my friend.
So, what is the message you're trying to send to fans stateside about your USA debut?
Oh man, it's an exciting journey, you know, get behind me now, and we're close to number 3 in the world. We take care of business on Saturday night, and then ready for world title.
I was just going to say, how is winning this fight towards the ultimate goal of becoming a world champion?
It's everything, you know what I mean? It's the title eliminator, so whoever wins here, our career rises, and whoever loses, 2 steps backwards, so it means everything, and we'll see Saturday night on the business.
All right, there it is, Liam Paro. Good luck to you. Ladies and gentlemen, we are excited. We have some amazing contestants, and I should say boxers, coming up in just a few minutes right here on the stage, Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. This next one, again, we've been waiting for him. I can't wait to talk to him. It's coming up in just a few. Stand by.
Hey guys, it's Leon. Hey, welcome to the stage. How's it going?
Yeah, good mate.
How excited you are here to be on this card?
Yeah, I can't wait. You know, it's massive, and you know, this is the biggest stage in boxing. So why not make the US debut on this? You know, so I'm blessed. I'd like to thank Roosevelt Promotions and Jake Paul for the opportunity, and yeah, can't wait.
Now, you're highly ranked in overall in the 140 division, and seeing the fact that Josh Taylor is the undisputed champion in the division, obviously that's the ultimate goal, is to become a champion face, correct?
Yeah, that's correct. You know, I've got to take business. I don't look past any fights, so I've got business to take care of Saturday night. And then, look, who knows what happens in the future, you know? But that's the ultimate goal, is to square up against Josh Taylor and take those belts.
Now, overall, for fighters who haven't got to see you fight, how would you describe your style for them?
Man, exciting, you know, classic clinical boxer. So, you know, just tune in Saturday night and you'll see, you know, I'm an exciting fighter, and like I said, my record speaks for itself, 21-0, and ready to make a massive US debut here and explode on the international scene, yeah.
Now, ultimately, the humongous upset a few weeks ago, George Kambosos. Do you have any relationship with Kambosos, and how was it seeing that in Australia?
Yeah, we're good mates. Me and George are good friends, and we talk a lot, and all the lead up to his fight is would shoot messages across, and lead up to my fight now we're talking a lot again too, so it's good to have that guy on my side and just see him make history, you know, and now it's my turn to put my name in the history books.
What was the messages he gave you when you crossed over?
You know, I seen him at the Devon Haney weigh-in, you know, it's just motivating each other, you know, telling me I'm on the right path, I'm doing it right, and you know, it's good confidence booster to hear that from a guy that's just now become the new lightweight king, so.
I got two final questions. In regards to overall the 140 division, Josh Taylor may move to 147 for the vacant title. Probably there's guys like Montana Love, Brandon Lee, Regis Progress is still there. Any of those names entice you for a potential showdown?
Look, whoever's above me or whoever got the titles, you know, I'll fight absolutely everyone. So yeah, I'm excited for it. You know, the 140 division's strong as, so it's exciting times ahead. But like I said, I've got to take care of business first Saturday night, and then anything can happen.
I gotta get your prediction on Paul and Woodley 2, the rematch. I'm sure you've seen the first one. So.
Yeah, definitely. Jake Paul stoppage, knockout win.
Oh wow.
Definitely, he's getting the job done. He's making a statement. He's gonna put him away.
Awesome. Social media for the fans.
Liam Paro Boxing on Instagram, Twitter Paro Liam, Facebook Liam the Prodigy Paro.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thanks, man.
For the 49ers, another 6 is split between the Colts. Who's repping out here today? Dolphins, Bills, and the Jets. Miami native, star for the University of Miami. As we all remember, owns 9 seasons, over 1,000 yards rushing, and the NFL record for most games played as a running back. You guys may not have known, he has trained in boxing for years. Been around the sport, helping to manage a lot of different fighters. But man, you're looking at greatness right here, only behind Emmett Smith, Walter Payton, Frank Gore. There it is, top 3. There's no better.
Hey, let's go, Jim! Chris, come here 1 second. I just want you to meet Anthony Jimenez.
Hi, Anthony.
Chris, nice to meet you.
Nice to see you.
Good to see you. Great event.
Thanks for being here.
Of course.
I mean, timeout. There we go.
For Jake, it's going to be here. Yeah, it's not going to be here.
Once again, Saturday night Showtime pay-per-view. You can purchase the fight anywhere around the globe. Showtime Sports, we are broadcasting live today on the Showtime Sports YouTube channel, the Jake Paul YouTube channel. We appreciate everybody checking in worldwide for our open workouts here at the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Tampa, Florida, a.k.a. Tampa Bay, home of the champions. We'll get you kicked to breath for a sec. First, Frank, I gotta say, man, it's pretty awesome to be in the presence of such NFL greatness. I swear you were just on my fantasy football team when the season started, man. Come on over here, Frank, so we can talk to the cameras here, man. All right, so Frank, we had Darren Williams in the ring a little while ago, and we asked him between the brotherhood of the NBA players and the brotherhood of the NFL players, is there added pressure for you to represent? And he said, hell yes. So I'm asking you the same question about the NFL brotherhood. Now, what led you to the decision to fight, to fight professionally here in boxing? How did your love of the sport come to be coming from the NFL? Showtime pay-per-view. Make sure you get your pay-per-view before Saturday, before the rush. It's going to be insane. Thank you, Frank Gore. But we still have a couple more big guys to bring up to this stage. And another lovely lady as well. Coming up right here. Some of our Hotel Casino, Tampa, Florida. With Jake Paul in their first fight. He is, of course, a native of St. Louis, Missouri. He has been Jake Paul's toughest test to date and will lead, no doubt, in the rematch. Ladies and gentlemen, to the ring, Tyron Woodley.
Hey Frank, can you talk a little bit about the preparation for getting ready for a professional fight versus preparing for an NFL season?
It's different. Very tough, but I worked my behind off the last 8 weeks. I would say that the difference between NFL training and boxing training, in boxing you jog more than doing sprints. But and another thing, I was still learning, so that was kind of difficult too. But other than that, man, I put the work in with my coaches, my teammates, and I'm very excited about Saturday. I respect my opponent, Darren, and I'm ready to go.
Hey Frank, how long have you been training for, man? You look really sharp in there.
I've been doing it for like 2067, but not like training for a fight. I was just like doing it for cardio boxing to get my win up for football. Especially when I got older in age. I put it in my resume before I do football training. I go hit the mitts to save my legs, because I'm a running back. So that's why I think I was able to play that role too.
Do you consider this a one-off, or do you want to keep
right now, I enjoyed the 8 weeks. Saturday, I'm gonna see how it goes, man. I'm excited about it. And I'll see Saturday. After Saturday, if I like it, I'll do it. If I don't, I'm very excited though.
Is there any nerves at all? I mean, you've been a pro bowler.
It's different. Yeah, I won't lie. I get nervous in football. My last year, I was nervous every game. It's just something, when I care about something and I want to do good, the nerves gonna come. But I train my behind off because I respect the sport, man. And I just want to do good, man. I want to show everybody who thought I was crazy that I wanted to take a chance and do it. That when you put your mind to something,
You can do anything you want. And I'm telling that to the kids.
You said that you're not sure about not the future about you boxing, whether it's going to be a one-off or not. But are there any dream fights? Is there anyone that you would actually like to get in there with?
My dream fight coming Saturday. My first time ever doing something I always wanted to do. And it's here now. I take my hats off to Darren, but like I tell people, I don't care what he do. Basketball, football, any man to get in that ring, man, you got to know something. You got to toughness about it. So I look at Darren like he's Mike Tyson. That's why I was training.
When did first your relationship with Clarissa Shields and Tyron? I just want to talk about how did you meet them and
say it again.
Oh, your relationship with Tyron Woodley and Clarissa Shields. How did you meet them?
I've been knowing Clarissa from the gym. When I'm training for getting myself ready for football, she used to be in there getting ready for fights. And when she first got in there, she was like, "Who is this fighter?" And we just kicked it off from there. And I've been knowing Tyron because we got the same manager. We got the same manager, and I be talking to him a lot.
Will he get the revenge he wants against Jake? You've obviously seen him.
That's the plan, man. I respect both of them guys, man. You see to see where Jake come from, man. I remember when I first watched him, when he had the fight in Miami with the YouTuber, and I told my coach at the time, I felt like I would have beat him at that time. But every time he stepped in the ring, bro, he got better and better, man. And I respected him because what he done and what he been, the way he prepared himself. Because that's to remind me of myself in football. But now, I think it's a 50-50 fight. Tyron done felt his power, and I think it'll be a good fight.
Hey Frank, it's obvious to see that you have the fundamentals of boxing, the footwork, your hip movement, the jab, everything else. So anybody who knows boxing knows fully well you've been at it for a long time. Is it safe to say you're probably the best boxing NFL veteran? If not, who would you like to see in the ring as an NFL veteran?
Brandon Marshall. Yeah, he had MMA. He had amateur background, amateur experience. So he said he could beat Deontay Wilder. So I want to take Brandon Marshall.
Frank, how would you critique Ocho Cinco's performance in the ring?
I felt like he won. Hey, we started together. I just think that I wish they would have gave him more time. I thought he got knocked down in the fourth round, but I felt like the first 3 rounds he won. But I wasn't surprised when I saw him because I've been to gym with him.
So you've been sparring with Ocho Cinco?
Not sparring, but like we started around the same time. If you go on his Twitter page, you'll see me and him on his picture. And the picture was in 2006.
Frank, you had said that when you watched Jake Paul, at one point you thought you could beat him. So was that a fight that you had thought about, or maybe even are still thinking about?
I was still playing, dude. I didn't even think, I didn't think about it. But just me training in Boston, and I saw him fight in Miami during the Super Bowl weekend. He was fighting a YouTuber. He stopped him, I think, second round. Yep. And I just felt like at that time, just my experience, I could tell he just started. You know what I'm saying? But that's why I take my hats off to him, man. And I appreciate him and his team for letting me get on the card. But every time he stepped in the ring, bro, he got better and better, man. And to say, a YouTuber to, now the guys he beat, man, you gotta take your hats off to this, man. And I respect what he's doing.
Frank, for you, why are you venturing into boxing? We've seen a lot of people cross over, so what is it about the sport that you want to kind of get involved with?
Say it again.
Why are you venturing into boxing? We've seen a lot of people cross over from different sports. So what does it appeal to you?
What made me get into it? Because I've been doing it I was training for football, and this past year, I wasn't really sure if I wanted to play football. And my coach, where I train at football is a gym upstairs, and I always go talk Boston because I like Boston. And he was like all the guys he trained that I had to base it, and he felt like I was the best one. He said, what Jake Paul and everybody doing, you should try to get a shot if you're not gonna play football. And then a team called me, and when I turned them down, and I told them I want to do it, and now here we go.
What does your family think?
They nervous, man. I'm nervous, but they ready for me to just sit my behind down. My girl told me I want for you to just sit down and enjoy our kids. But we got 2 boys in college, play Division I football. And my other little kids, they play football, so but she excited about this weekend.
Why are you nervous?
Just because something new, and I want to do good. I want to do It's something new, man. I still get nervous. Every time
All right, ladies and gents, Tyron Woodley here on our ring stage, Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. Tyron, come on over, man. Let's chit chat for a second, bro. So, Tyron, like, what went through your head when you got that phone call about this possible rematch? When you first got that call, what was going through your mind?
Shit, I was doing a movie, I was training, so, I mean, it's the fight that shit happened in the first place. This is the fight that everybody's talking about anyway, so, I think God knew what the plan was, and I was about to get it done.
You recently, I'm sure, you watched the fight about giving away your game plan. What did you see in that first fight that you think you could improve on?
I think that he was able to. This is a three-shot
Now, what was your original impression of taking the fight after your first fight? Was there anything that he did that surprised you? Down here watching below there across the globe. What does that mean to you on Saturday night? Ladies and gentlemen, give it up to Tyron Woodley. It's going to get heated on Saturday, just believe that. We are once again coming to you live from the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino here in Tampa, Florida. We still have two more to come up. One was hanging out with us last night in the American Last game. She helped us get a victory. She will be up here in just a minute. Stick around.
Darren kind of said himself, I kind of just like, if we're done with this thing, okay, I'm retired on
$500,000 bonus if he got called out on Saturday, so definitely that is some additional motivation for him. Nice little extra bonus in your paycheck.
It worked out over there.
Let's go. How excited are you to be back?
I'm excited. How excited are you guys to be back? This is a fight y'all wanted to watch anyway, so now I get to watch me and Jay go out there and make this shit official. Last time, it was some doubt. There was some doubt on his fan side and my fan side, and now we get to go out there and get it on.
Tyron, you're stepping in on late notice.
No, this ain't late notice. This late notice to y'all. This is late notice to them. This is destiny to me. I've already been ready. So you'll see Saturday. He's going to be the one huffing and puffing and running again.
How important is manifesting these kinds of things? Because you've known for a while, you felt like this fight was going to happen. How important is it for a fighter?
It's been some times in my Strikeforce and UFC career where I had some big fights that came up and they said, Tyron, can you step in and fill in this for the fight? And I was out of shape. And I wasn't ready. And I was sitting back and eating fucking greasy late night munchy food. But this time I was ready. I was excited. Nikisa, I don't know where he at, but he'll tell you he couldn't even finish the sentence before I was in. So I'm excited. I'm excited for my team. They like instant oatmeal. When I called my coach, without even a shadow of doubt, with no card on the, no fight card on the books, he was in St. Louis. We were training. He didn't ask no questions.
You got time.
Sorry. Oh, cool. Thank you, my man. Appreciate it.
Now with obviously this fight, you had Floyd assistance in the last fight. Did Floyd and you reach out and talk?
Yeah, I mean Floyd is a busy dude, man. I don't need him in the gym with me every single day. GT is training him. So if he's qualified to train the best boxer of all times, I think they're putting some respect on GT name. Gerald Tucker's one of the best trainers out there. Trained myself. He's training Clarissa Shields now. Javante Davis is training them. Adrian Broner. So his attention to detail, his ability to understand boxing and understand you and learn you as a fighter, not just about your skills and what power punches you can throw, but what makes you tick, what gets you motivated, and also what distracts you, and trying to minimize those things where you can clearly think about the fight. So I'm really blessed, and I'm thankful to have him in my corner. Like I said before, we've been training since the end of September. So this ain't nothing new, and our relationship is better, and the things that would have gotten me the victory, even without no knockdown, no 10-8 rounds, that would have got me in the victory in the last fight, we've already been working those things before they even asked me about the fight.
You got the tattoo on your finger.
Yeah.
How much of a motivation is that, looking at it every single day, to whip Jake Paul's ass?
I mean, it's not really a motivator. It's a part of the story. Like, I watch some of my peers walk around with some dumbass shit tattooed on their face they got to live with till they're 80 years old. So for me, it's like, it's just a reminder of what we did, what we created. I never looked at the fight until about a week ago when All Access was coming in to shoot the All Access shit, and I never saw how many people was there. I never saw how crazy and how electric the fucking arena was, and this is a part of the story. So at the end of the day, it's almost gone, by the way. So I don't have to look at it too much longer, and when I go out there and knock his ass out on Saturday, I'm not even going to show about the tattoo.
When did you get the inkling that this fight was going to happen?
At first it was just a conversation about clearing up the no knockout clause. Because, a lot of people was saying there was a no knockout clause, and everybody was wondering about, was his fights rigged? And he himself and his management team didn't want his credibility if he was actually in real fights and just happened to win those fights. So I didn't feel the need to fucking go and clear the record straight. So that was the original call. And then it was some scares of COVID. It was some scares of, the new variant. It was all these different things that happened. Then finally it was like, are you ready? Are you in shape? We hear you supposed to be fighting. No, what you want, man? Is this motherfucker fighting or not? If he ain't, I'm in. So they didn't have to look at a second option. I was a dude.
Now, would a trilogy be a thing?
You're going to see a trilogy. You're going to see him get knocked out. Like, I didn't think he was going to take the fight again. I thought he was going to walk away and I won, and, he just kind of walk away that way. But, he did accept the fight. So I never disrespected Jake as an athlete or as a power puncher. I've verbally given him that respect ever since day one. So for him taking a fight against me, and a fight I thought he lost the first time, and somebody that's hungry or angry and got something to score, and he wants to take that fight, you got to give him a little bit of respect. If he gets knocked out, when he gets knocked out, when he loses on Saturday, you don't think he's going to want to run that back? This is the biggest fight of the year. Like, we took over 2021 when you really think about it. It's been a lot of fights, it's been a lot of people, but nobody has gotten the buzz that this fight. This is not the YouTuber versus MMA fight. This is, I don't fucking like you, you don't fucking like me. You've already seen the fight, it's already sold. You watched it. We don't have to woo you over. You saw what happened. Now we both are getting better. Now we both got something to prove.
Does he have to get the tattoo?
I don't give a... He a child, man. He's probably going to do some betting. I'm ready for the little bets and shit he might try to cast tomorrow. But I don't worry about that. Like, he going to get my fist tattooed across his forehead.
I want to ask you about Frank Gore.
Yeah,
with him a little bit, right?
Frank Gore's a beast.
Ago,
I talked to Frank. Me and Frank, we talk more about mental strategy because he was an elite athlete in football, one of the best running backs of all time. And he's a very humble, down-to-earth guy for what he's done in the sport of football. But we talk about getting ready, talk about jitters, talk about sparring, talk about different things. But I let him know it's okay. It's okay to be nervous. It's okay to be scared. As men, we got to quit thinking we can't cry, that we can't be afraid, that we got to be, this overly masculine person. They're real things. Now, how do we use it? How do we dictate it? So I kind of talked to him about strategy and stuff that I learned from my sports psychologist. And I reminded him, I said, I'm built like a running back. Most people look at me, they think I'm probably like an NFL running back. And I said, that's why I run through a motherfucking face, like Marshawn Lee said, with a punch. You possess that same ability. So believe in your training, believe in yourself, believe in your coaching, and also just think about what got you to the top, where you had to become yourself and everybody else. And he did that for a while. That's the same mindset you go into this fight with. So I think he's ready. We dapped up a minute ago. I'm always rooting for my dog, so shout out to Frank Gore.
What's your prediction for that?
Knockout. For Frank Gore, knockout. I think the nerves, his first fight, and sometimes people have power that they don't understand. He does. He probably punched people and he's probably think he's going lighter than what he did. And guys like, ease up. Those are the guys in sparring. So I think he's going to win by knockout.
What does a win mean to you on Saturday?
Man, this is a movie to me. It's just another chapter of the book. I go on, I win this fight. And then shit, we celebrate a little bit, but then we right back to it. Right back to training. My coach, we already got the plan. I'm back in Miami right after this.
Tyron, what was your initial reaction when you heard the Tommy Fury fight was on and the rematch was?
I mean, when was that fight really on? Like who really gave a fuck about that fight? I didn't. I mean, did you go crazy about this last fight? I don't remember nobody talking about Tommy Fury fighting. Who did he fight? The MMA guy from Body Shop. Anthony. Sorry, not to disrespect him, but he was a quote-unquote MMA fighter that he's supposed to make light work of. Nobody spoke about that fight. I didn't hear one of you guys report on it. So now you're talking about the fight that people want to see, the real beef, the real drama. I see his coaches over there looking. They better look, but they can't stop it. So.
And what did you think about Jake Paul when he didn't voluntarily give you a rematch?
I mean, he capped. All this is about a look. A look is something that you want people to see and believe. I'm me. This is me. He'll tell you called me the other day. I'm not talking any differently than I was the other day. I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna go to the grocery store. I'm gonna go to eat. When I wake up from my nap, I'm gonna say the same shit. He wants to present this product to you and wants you guys to buy into it. I don't give a fuck, but I'm trying to knock this head off.
Hey Tyron, I know I saw in an earlier interview, you were talking about when you knocked me out, quote unquote, out the round in the fourth round. You were saying that you couldn't really overhand right hook because your shoulders were pretty jacked up. You Damian Maia. Is it better now?
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say it was messed up from the Damian Maia fight. It was messed up from punching Jake Paul in the head. And I'm pretty sure he was sore. It's bumps and bruises that we get into when we box and we're doing combat sports in general. And most fighters don't speak on it. I'm not going to go around and act like I was so injured I couldn't do my job. You know, to be honest, for everybody wanting to hear the whole rope thing, you see how that rope is right there where I can lean my shoulders across that? That wasn't the fucking case in Tampa. The rope was right here at the back of my damn head. Cleveland, sorry. And me and my coach, we went into the ring the morning. I always do it. Every morning every morning of the fight, I go into the ring and we go in there and we feel it. We want to feel the atmosphere. And I imagine that place being packed. And people cheering, people booing, people throwing tomatoes and lettuce at me, people grabbing my shoes, pushing me. I imagine the most chaotic thing, and I walk and I do the walk and I get in there and I mimic a fight. I did that. When I did that, I'm like, why is these ropes so fucking high? And then the guy was like, oh, we fought. He named off all these different fights that they did with the same type of ring. And then my coach grabbed the second and third rope. He said, these ropes are fucking loose. Look at them, right? So he tightened those ropes up. And he was like, hey, look, are these ropes to your liking now? And that was the last thing we saw and heard over the ring. Go back and watch the fight. When you watch the fight, put it in slow motion. When I hit Jake Paul, had that second and third rope not been tightened up on our request, I sprung him back towards me. So when I did that, I was punching, trying to knock him through the fucking ropes, and he caught me right here where I punched behind his back, and it kind of took my arm out, took my shoulder out. So at that time, then I did this razzle-dazzle, pop left hand, and I said, you know what, Tyron, walk him down, make him swing. He hasn't knocked you out yet. He hit me with some shit the last time. He didn't knock you out. Walk him down, get in his face, make him punch, make him miss, hit him, and just punish him. And that's all I kept doing. So I'm not making any excuses for it. I'm not saying I could have did something different if this. It is what it is. Now we get to do it again.
Tyron, after the first fight, there was a report that there was a 500.
You hogging the interview too, my man. All these other motherfuckers want to ask questions.
What do you think about Tampa being a venue for a boxing event? What are your thoughts on
I fuck with Tampa. I like it. Cool. Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Good? We're going to figure out a system.
Sorry, man. I'm getting pushed in. That's pretty exciting.
It's like that angle where you're like right there.
Watch you go back right now. Like Rick, I Now, give me the card.
What's up?
Give me the card. Alright, then put it on the card. Then I can just upload it. Oh, you uploaded it already?
I'm about to.
Okay.
I inputted it.
Okay. Oh, then never mind.
That's all it needs to be.
SUVs black on black. SUVs black on black. I was picking up, but now I'm back on track. That's a fact. So let me on, that's on Jack. I didn't try to track. I'm fitted to my natural habitat. I just got my taxi back. Got my cash in hand, it ain't hurt. Man, chicks ain't on flirt. All the women fall for me, I make them press that like alert. I just took a flight back to the day, I'm ready to get right to work. Me, I keep it cool as head even when they get hyped first. A lot of people back at home, they trying to make it out of dirt. Don't stop pushing. This is KC's on the couch cooking. I caught the stars like I'm down pushing. In the kitchen with my jewelry in the pot cooking. Walking through the mountain, they can stop looking. All my brags turn to facts. All my hunters turn to racks. All my ladies turn to snacks. SUVs black on black. I was picking up, but now I'm back on track. That's a fact. I say here to turn around. Listen, hit me to the back. Never pray me in my track. SUVs black on black. Stay on top of so can't wait to slam them out. Can't flat. Every time you get up, man, gotta have two up on the bag. Get wrong, I won't get slammed. Trying to run it, so I'm around my left here with the whole man. The new bitches on the way. Blind watch for this daddy. Trying to get it off. I know bitches daddy. Zero living for it. Family, I was in my bag. 60 rounds in my car. All my guns got sitting mad. Put up the bag up on my back. I was out plan on doing bad. As I get away, we wrap it out. Like, if I don't play before you play, you gotta be smarter than that. I'm trying to go back and get a lead while I was starving it. That's a fact. For all know I said all those business like a quarterback. All my brags turn to facts. All my hunters turn to cracks. All my ladies turn to snacks. SUVs black on black. I was picking up and now I'm back on track. That's a fact. I say here to turn around. Listen, let me get it.
I already know what you're talking about. Underneath the basket.
Oh, man.
Hey. You can all. You can have my thing out the shop. Up to you. I wouldn't worry about that.
She's got fans all over the globe, as she should. Come on over, Amanda. First, I have to thank you because we got our Tampa Bay Lightning victory last night with you in the house. She was firing off the Tesla coils last night at the Lightning game, and we got a victory. So kudos to you for being our good luck charge. Amanda, so it was awesome to see you in the house last night, see you here this afternoon. But let's talk real quick about your career, your goals to take some change as you start with Jake Paul and most valuable.
That's why I think it's off the record. April 20, what? 19? April something. Third Saturday.
Now, what do you know about your opponent? What kind of fight do you expect her to bring? We all, you're the top of the chart, but not looking at your opponent Saturday. The fans expect to see you in a women's mega fight between you and Katie Taylor next. You're going to get that. One neck. Congratulations, you brought your perspective. She is girl power. She is the epitome of girl power. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up, Amanda Serrano! With an explosion, if there wasn't a little hint of a cloud above us before our final fighter here on the stage today, that's Tampa Williams. Once again, you guys can download the fight. Make sure you can stream it anywhere you can purchase pay-per-view. So, of course, showtime.com/pay-per-view. You're looking to purchase that direct, but we're ready to rock Saturday. We hope you guys are as well.
How I look, guys, how I look.
Oh, you're good.
Did our makeup come off?
How you feeling today, champ?
I feel good, excited. Saturday night is a big night for me. I'm super excited to go in there and just showcase women's boxing. I'm excited to be part of the biggest platform, and I just can't wait to Saturday.
Do you feel like you're going to be leading the way of future female boxers with performances and being on bouts like this?
I believe I'm one of them. I mean, now the girls, the last couple of weeks, they've been stepping up their game. I've been seeing great championship fights. Super excited to see where the growth of women's boxing. We have tremendous champions out there, and I'm proud to be one of those who are continuing to open doors for female boxing.
What did you make of Katie's fight on Saturday?
You know, Katie is Katie Taylor. You know, she's one of the best. You know, she showed her skills, her speed, and you know, I'm just excited to share the ring with her come next year. Everything goes well Saturday night, and we have the mega fight.
Amanda, Miriam Gutierrez is a former opponent of Katie's. So for yourself, do you feel like you want to win in better fashion than what Katie did?
Of course, as a fighter, but all I have to do is win. I have to showcase that I belong in there with Miriam. I belong at 135 as well. So I just have to showcase, have the same outcome, maybe in a different fashion, but I just have to have a good showing against Miriam.
Is
there any more pressure in this fight because you know what could come next if you win? So is there any more burden on this one?
I think every fight it's a lot of pressure, but this fight, I'm focusing on Miriam. I know Katie Taylor's in the future, but right now you can't oversee your next opponent. Miriam's a tough girl, big girl. I'm coming back in this weight class. It's been years since I've been here. I know she's a durable fighter, so I can't overlook Miriam. And we're going to showcase a great night of boxing, of strength, of power, and then we see the Katie Taylor fight.
How do you make sure what happened to Teofimo Lopez doesn't happen to you?
No, well, yeah, I work hard. I train as if I'm the opponent every single fight. I never train as if I'm the champion. And I think that's what pushes me to another level because, it's a matter of becoming a champion and staying a champion. So I'm always in the gym. I'm always being humbled by my team, by my trainer. They're always, making sure I'm staying the right path. And I never overlook any female. Us women, we're tough. So no matter who you go in there, we're tough.
You garnered a lot of attention in your last fight. You were on Nice Kicks Complex. I mean, obviously because of the shoes you always wear, the Jordans that you come in. I'm assuming you're going to continue that tradition going in this fight.
Yeah, so you haven't seen my Instagram post yet. I have the shoes and my outfit up there on Instagram. So I'm wearing the Jordan Denims 6. So. Very nice.
Amanda, talk to me about your relationship with Jake. It seems to have blossomed between the pair of you. Just explain to me what he's done for your career and the support that he's provided you.
No, Jake Paul, he's a tremendous guy. I mean, what he's done for the sport of boxing, what he's done for me personally, it's amazing. People have so much bad things to say, negative things to say about him, but they don't know the real Jake Paul. He's done a tremendous job with me, putting me forward. Like right now, once again, co-main event. He's making sure I'm treated the same way as he is. He sees me as a fighter. He doesn't see me as a woman boxer. He sees me as a fighter, which is something that other promoters, other people in the sport should take from him. Treat us women like fighters, not genders. And I'm super happy for him and his future.
When you look back, Amanda, at like say January 1st of this year, after Jake beat Nate Robinson, a lot of people were criticizing him. Do you think things have kind of are a lot different now that we're going into 2022, that there's a different view of Jake Paul and who he is?
Yeah, no, I think so. He's changing the game of sport. And, he's a breath of fresh air in the sport. Right now he's doing things. He's trying to change the whole sport, which is exciting. And he's changed as a fighter. He's learning on the job. So it's amazing to see how from one fight to another. And I can guarantee you're going to see a different Jake Paul this fight because, he's a hard worker. You have to see him in the gym. And when he's in the gym, all of his social media, YouTube, that goes out the window. He's a boxer. He's a fighter.
Awarded the WBC Fighter of the Year. What does that mean to you to essentially be the female Canelo in your eyes?
It feels awesome. So many years wanting to become the WBC champion and just to be acknowledged as Fighter of the Year. I beat out a whole bunch of other good champions, good fighters in this sport, and I'm super honored to be part of the WBC and to be Fighter of the Year.
Congrats, Joe.
Thank you.
I wanted to get your prediction on a potential women's fight that may happen with Clarissa Shields and Serrano Marshall, and maybe going down next year.
Yeah, no, that's a good fight. I know that's the only fighter that beat Clarissa as an amateur, but then she beat her right back. And I know Clarissa Shields, she's a tough fighter, and she's gonna go out there and she wants to continue to have that name to go. So she has to go out there and prove everybody what she is.
Another female fight is Alicia Baumgartner and Michaela Mayer.
Oh, that's going to be an exciting fight. It's going to be like, I don't know, because you have Alicia, she's a come forward fighter, then you have Michaela, who's a tremendous boxer. So, and she can fight too, so it's going to be a good fight. That's what I'm saying. The future is so bright for women's boxing, and I'm excited to be to be a part of it and just to see the future great fights that we have coming.
When are we going to see 12 3-minute rounds?
You know what? I don't know, but I'm doing well. What I have to do with the 10-2 minutes, I do what I have to do. I got 31 or 30 knockouts out of 41 fights, so I'm okay with the 2 minutes.
And there's been a lot of upsets in boxing. Usyk beat Joshua when he was supposed to fight Tyson Fury, and then you got T.O. and Campbell, he was probably going to fight Devin Haney. So did it kind of for you make it seem like like, okay, I really gotta get my piece on people so I don't put on that truck?
Definitely. But like I said before, I'm always on my P's and Q's. I never take anyone for granted. I'm always, like I said, I'm always competing. I'm always a challenger. I'm never the champion. Every time I train as if I'm the challenger, going for world champions. So, I mean, you always got to be, you can never let one day off. So. She's a big girl. She's 5'7". She's a nationally 135. I'm a nationally featherweight at 126. In my last fight, I was 126. Came up 9 pounds. So, I mean, that's the only advantage that she has. That she's a naturally 135 pounder.
What about your training when you're able to move up from like division to division and still, you know, either stop girls or rock them and stuff like that? Like what the hell is it about your training?
It's the delegation. I either shut my mouth or open my mouth. So it's eating more or eating less. So that's all you have to do. And I work hard. I just work everything in the gym.
Thank you, Amanda. Appreciate it.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Hailing out of Cleveland, Ohio, Trinity, and Puerto Rico, the star of the show making his way here to Hard Rock Pool, an international superstar, right from the original monster, 4-0, 3 knockouts in his young boxing career, over 60 million social followers.
Yes, sir! The champion's here, yes, sir!
About 15 minutes.
Never realized the presence of
Now Jake is trained by pro boxer contender BJ Flores. He, of course, a world-renowned content creator, began his journey in pro boxing just last year, 2020, in January. Knockout YouTube star. He has been gifted his first fight. Tyron Woodley fight will be the highest grossing combat sporting event in Avila Arena history Saturday nights. 9 o'clock, Showtime pay-per-view.
She's definitely doing green screen tomorrow, right?
Leave me out of comments, leave me out of nonsense, speaking out of context, people need some content, trying to keep up, this is not a contest, we been Ben's concept, heaven sent, God sent, this is what my mom says, proof is in the progress, money's not an object, busy than them, you know how my job get, barking up a wrong tree, you know how the dogs get, haven't fallen off yet, you know the classic, you know how you're ready to say it's a sleep, here's a rare page,
cardio in here. That's how you switch up your workouts. Not bad at it.
Where are we going to do this interview? Where are we going to do the Greg interview?
That's my back of the ring. This is Jake Paul making history right now. We cannot recall a time where an open workout led to a swim in the pool. It's part of the calisthenics of, getting prepared for a big fight like we have Saturday night. Center of attention, that's what it should be right here in Hard Rock, Tampa. Jake Paul, Saturday night, Tyron Woodley 2. We're not touching it at all if anything happens. Can't be doing this, I don't think, right now in Cleveland. I don't know if this is possible. Just saying. Get that cardio in, Jake. We appreciate our friends from Showtime Power in today's event here at the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel Casino. Come on, man. From the ring to the ring. Stanley Cup, baby. Championship. That's all we do here at Tampa Bay. We're at Tampa Bay. Thank you once again, Jake Paul. Good luck to you out there at Emily Arena Saturday, taking on Tyron Woodley. Pay-per-view Showtime. You already know what is on the table. He knows what's on the table. The gloves will be watching Saturday night.
First pool workout in the history of combat sports.
I know, I can't even say McGregor's never...
Woo! Making history again, jumping in the pool during open workouts.
Fresh from the pool, man. Swimming is a big part of my camp. So, open workout, pool's right there. Gotta hit it, man. Feeling good. Feeling refreshed. You can call me Jake Phelps. Is this for me?
Oh, that's me holding it, but you can hold it if you want.
All right, I'll hold it.
Give it back.
He said to give it back.
Jake, how are you feeling ahead of a rematch on Saturday?
I'm feeling great. Best I've ever felt going into a fight. Best camp, flawless. Everything's on point. I know fighters say that a lot, but for real, this time is something different, 100%.
You've spoken openly about wanting to stop Tyron. How confident are you with the preparations you've had this time around that will be the case you will stop him?
I'm 110% confident. I think it happens inside of 5 rounds. Last fight it was easy to tee off on him, but for some reason I stopped punching after my combinations. So this time you'll see me keep punching, and that's going to get him out of there.
Jake, I've got to ask, obviously, because I'm from the UK, Tommy Fury pulling out of the fight. What was your initial reaction to that?
I was really surprised, ever since he pulled out of the press conference and had him in posting on social media, I felt like he didn't really want the fight. So, wasn't really surprised. And it's funny, like, he's the professional boxer and I'm the YouTuber Disney, but I'm here getting the job done. So, he's a joke.
Next question. Hey Jake, do you consider Tyron Woodley a more difficult fight than Tommy Fury?
Tyron's definitely a harder fight than Tommy Fury. Way more experience. Tommy Fury's never been past 4 rounds. Tyron Woodley's been in there with killers, absolute monsters. He's more experienced. He's stronger. He's faster. So Tyron's definitely a harder fight. But I already handled him light work the first time. I've gotten even better. Sparred 200 rounds since the last fight. and you're gonna see a different version of me.
You know, both guys have a completely different style. Was it a little bit like annoying or difficult for you to kind of switch gears, you know, right when you were in the middle of your camp?
Yeah, that's what people don't realize is that I took this fight on 2 weeks' notice as well. I had to switch up everything, going from sparring tall guys who are boxers to sparring against shorter MMA fighters. So I only really had 2 weeks to prepare and change the game plan for Tyron. But again, I already beat him. We got the game plan, and it's just time to go to work on Saturday.
Hey, Jake, seeing the fact that you gave Nate Diaz, one of his stablemates, the opportunity to fight on this card, Nate Diaz is here. Is there a message or something that you want to send to him, seeing the fact that he wanted to fight you?
Yeah, I mean, look, there's a lot of shit talk going back and forth, and I would love to make that fight happen if it's even possible. I know he's with the UFC, so whatever happens will happen, but that's a massive fight. And I think the people need to see that one. I got to get through Tyron, maybe Tommy, who knows, maybe Nate Diaz, maybe Conor McGregor. The road path is massive right now.
Have you seen Nate at all since he's been here?
I have not seen Nate. I have not seen him. I don't know where he's at, but I'm sure there'll be some shit talk to be said once we cross paths for sure.
Any issues if you see him?
I mean, we'll see.
Hey Jake, for every great fighter, in every camp, they always add something special to their arsenal. What would you say about this camp that you added to your arsenal in training?
Man, you know, I'm only 4 fights in. This will be my 5th fight. So I'm getting exponentially better work on everything. You know, offense, defense, combinations, maneuvering, foot movement, head position, everything. So we've really tightened up the loose bolts on all corners, and you'll see a lot sharper version of me.
Specifically for this fight coming up, what have you learned from the first fight that you think will help you in the next fight?
I mean, that was my first time even getting hit by a 10-ounce glove. That was my first time going past 2 rounds. None of my previous opponents had even hit me in a professional boxing match. So just that experience, just, you know, getting buzzed a little bit in the 4th round and working through that, coming back and winning all the rest of the rounds. Being in there with a monster in front of 17,000 people, it's a lot to go through in your 4th fight. And like I said, no one in the history of the sport has been fighting 8-round fights in their 3rd fight, in their 4th fight, and in their 5th fight. So that was my first time going 8 rounds into the lights. I proved I could do it, but I know I have a lot of room to improve, and that's what I did this camp. I had a chip on my shoulder. I was pissed off with my performance, came back, and now I get the chance to right my wrongs.
Right here, go ahead.
Jake, you say you think the pressure's on you and you're kind of thriving on that, but a lot of people, especially in the MMA space, feel like the pressure is all on Tyron here because he needs to win this fight. Why do you feel there's more pressure on you than him?
Just because he already lost. So, you know, when you do something, it starts to become a habit. When you're a loser, it becomes a habit. And that's been the case so far for Tyron. So what does he have here? What career does he have ahead of him? I'm 24 years old. I could take over the world. I could become the next Muhammad Ali at the rate this is going. So what does he have? He has nothing. I have a much bigger story here, a much greater presence, and I'm doing something that no one's ever done before. For him to win, it doesn't help the sport, it doesn't help the world, and no one will really care.
Is a win enough, or do you have to stop him?
I have to stop him in my books. I have to stop him. I have to prove that I got better. The only way to do that is get to TKO, and I'm not going to leave it up to the judges. You know, last time the last judge, the one who scored it for Woodley, who knows what fight he was looking at. You know, he needs to see an eye doctor, but I'm not leaving it up to the judges this time.
Hey Jake, how different is the perception of you now compared to, January 1st of the year when you were kind of...
Perception has changed immensely, and rightfully so. You know, when I came into this, I had a lot to prove. People didn't understand me. They didn't understand my movement. They thought I was just making a mockery of the sport. And now people really see what I'm doing. They respect me. They respect my work. They respect the business side of it. You know, they respect how I'm advocating for fighter pay. They respect what I'm doing for women's boxing. They respect my foundation, my charity, to get more kids into boxing. So really, it takes time for people to see that, and that's what's happened here, and I'm only going to continue to do great things.
Why the initiative to promote women's boxing?
Man, last question, guys. They have been so taken advantage of the whole entire time in this sport, underpaid, and when I met Amanda Serrano, I was sort of touched by her story. First and foremost, we hit it off, and she was telling me how she was getting paid $20,000, $30,000, but she's quite literally one of the greatest fighters of all time, and to me it didn't make any sense. And so when I started to talk to her about it, I got what we're doing with Amanda, getting her, 7-figure payday to fight Katie Taylor. Obviously, she has to get through this weekend, but she's a superstar. She deserves a bigger platform, and so do all women in the sport.
That's it, guys. Thank you.
Let's go this way. We're going to do house of highlights.
Right here, Carolyn. What up, Jake? House of highlights. Our followers are very interested in the Gore Williams fight. Can you give us your thoughts on what they can expect?
Good. Yeah, hey, appreciate everything.
Okay, sure. Are you guys going to be out here all this week?
Yeah.
Press conference tomorrow?
Yeah, we'll be
right
here.
inside.
Yeah, we'll be here tomorrow and Saturday.
Saturdays?
Frank Gore being a running back, he's taking more hits.
Better workout than I got in the gym.
Take more hits in the fight. So if I had to put money on someone, I'd put it on Frank.
Bet. All right, last time Aiden Ross didn't show up to Cleveland to watch you. I'm trying to get him to come to Tampa. Can you send him a message so we get him here?
Aiden, what are you doing, bro? Just sitting in LA? Come on. We gotta see you here, bro. Pull up, I'll get you tickets, whatever.
Thank you.
Quick about the fight.
What do you want me to say?
Anything quick to promote the fights? What are you doing?
It's your boy Jake Paul. You already know what's going down Saturday. I'm getting this knockout. Make sure to get down your pay-per-view providers. Fight.tv. Anywhere in the world. Be there. I'm knocking this kid out.
Alright guys, this pretty much sums it up. He's going to go over and do his Showtime stuff, so I'm going to be wrapping it up right here. So as always, appreciate it. I'm going to be posting up the Jake Paul and the Woodley interviews going up right now, so give us a few. We'll have this going and rock and rolling. A few more other stuff behind the scenes. So as always, Jay, thanks for staying locked over here on FightHype.